welcome to Renew, a daily devotional for you. My name is Jessica DeJean, and I serve in the children's ministry, teaching 2- and 3-year-olds during junior church. I also serve on the bus ministry, and I do various other things around the church. So today, our Renew will be in Mark 4:39 through 41. And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said unto them, Why are ye so fearful? How is it that you have no faith? And when they feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of this man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? Today's devotional is entitled, Finding Hope in the Storms. Annie Johnson Flint knew a great deal about suffering and hardship. Her mother died when she was just 3, and her father died when she was also young. A loving Christian family adopted Annie and her sister, and then that couple died as well. In her 20s, Annie was working as a school teacher when she was stricken by a crippling arthritis from which she never recovered. Making ends meet was a constant struggle. Yet, even with all that Annie Flint endured, she never lost her faith and hope in God. One of her best-known poems is What God Has Promised, and the poem reads, God has not promised skies always blue, flower-stricken pathways all our life through. God has not promised sun without rain, joy without sorrow, peace without pain. But God has promised strength for the day, rest for the labor, light for the way, grace for the trials, help from above, unfailing sympathy, undying love. When the disciples were caught in terrible storm and feared for their lives, remember that several of them had spent their adult lives on the water and knew the difference between a regular storm and a threatening one. They cried out to Jesus in terror. After he calmed the storm, Jesus rebuked them for being afraid. While fear is a natural reaction to trouble and storms, it is the wrong reaction. Instead, our hope should see the presence of God as our security and rest in him. Remember the unfailing promises of God to never leave or forsake you, and you will find hope even amid your storms. So what I got from this devotional is that no matter what is going on in our lives, no matter what circumstances we are going through, the only thing we need to fear is the Lord himself. We don't need to be fearing what's going on because everything is in the Lord's hands. So thank you for joining me today on Renew. I'm going to read the theme verse for Renew, which is from Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.